Hello everybody, PizzaKingPlayz here, and I'm back with another video. Um, so I haven't really been motivated to edit things right now. I've got a job and I've just been focusing on that for a little bit, but I have been streaming. If you could tell, I streamed for the past few days, 2 days, or I think it was 2 or 3 days in a row, just to get some content up there though. It wasn't really. I have content that it's ready for it. Like, of course I have content, I have tons of it, but I just haven't been motivated to edit or put up a video, so I've just been trying to stream, and then I've been playing, but I'm not feeling the best, you know. But like the title of this video, I think I'm gonna title it, but I think I know what the title is gonna be, but I don't know. Wraith needs a buff. If I'm being honest, he has like no ability with that has to do with movement. Like, of course there's add-ons that you can move faster, but then you risk the ability to uncloak and things like that. But he has no movement really, and he has no one-shot ability unless you run a no-ed. And I don't blame people for running no-ed on Wraith. Like, don't run no-ed, of course, but if you're running it on Wraith, it's alright to me, because like he, compared to other survivors, he isn't as useful. He, like the trapper, he could trap you, you can get one shot, whatever. Hillbilly has a chainsaw, whatever, right? Nurse, I don't like her. She's hard to use, but she could teleport through walls and everything pretty good. Hag can teleport with her fucking chalk lines in the ground. And Doctor, he can make you go insane. He's like, he stops you from vaulting, dropping pallets when he shocks you and stuff. Michael Myers can stalk you to tier. He could go to tier 3 and one shot you, so there's no point of a no-ed. Huntress can hit you with the hatchet. Clown has the ability to slow you down. Pig, she has traps that can kill you if you don't get them done. Freddy Krueger, he has a teleport ability that can slow you down, and his thing makes you oblivious, so he doesn't need any one-tap ability. Bubba here has um, he has a one-tap ability that can kill more than one person at a time. So if you run no-ed on Bubba, you're actually a bitch. Ghostface doesn't need it. Execution don't need it. Death Slinger, he has a gun. I think he's a little underpowered. Maybe give him better iron sights, but I don't know. He has a gun. He could shoot you, pull you back. Oni doesn't need it. Demogorgon's hard to use. I could see if he needs a one-tap ability, but I don't know. Plague don't need it. Legion, he's underpowered, so I guess I could see it. And then Spirit don't need it, because she just has the fastest movement ability. And if the faster you go with your ability with her, the bigger lunge you have. So it just really no ability, no that I guess I don't know. But Legion has a speed, right? And he can bring you into the deep wound state, and if you don't mend, then you're knocked instantly. Demogorgon can teleport across the map. It's like another hag, but across the map, and you only get certain few. So, but Wraith, all he has is his invisibility, and it takes forever for him to get out of it. But you could put, of course, you could put add-ons for it, like you can reduce his disappearance time. What else? Surprise attack inflicts survivors with aura blindness for 60 seconds, so they can't get blinded after you come out of the cloak. Movement ability, he has a little bit of speed. It takes him forever to get out of the cloak, and to be honest, you shouldn't have to put add-ons for the killer to be good. Like, for Wraith to be somewhat decent, like, I'm a Wraith main, and I love Wraith, but the more and more I play him, the more and more I realize he isn't that powerful. Alright, so here I'm playing Wraith with his three main perks, and I do not want to run add-ons because I don't think he should be um I don't think he should be used with add-ons just to be good, you know what I mean? But this is my first game of killing, so you're gonna see me potato, and I know I'm not the best killer,
but I'm good enough to know that Wraith doesn't have the best ability. In this first game, this is my first game of killing, so I'm like really bad, but over time you'll see I get better, and you'll see what I mean um when I'm like Wraith isn't the best killer, cuz he has an ability that can go invisible, but he needs, like, I think he should be completely cloaked when he does that, cuz cuz you could see Wraith's cloak, right? And it's invisible, of course, but it's like somewhat visible. You could still kind of see it. So they can see you, and then you have to get out of the cloak just for it to be, useful. Like, you have to get out of the cloak for it takes you forever to get out of the cloak, and they could still see you somewhat. So there's kind of no point to it. And there is a slight movement when you're invisible with him. And the only thing I really like, Wraith, I wouldn't have won some of these matches if I didn't use his perks and his abilities. Well, his perks. I never used his add-ons at all in this video to make him good. I don't think I will. And yeah, I'm just showing you how his ability is without add-ons. And it's kind of not that good. So in the end game, it isn't that useful, especially in the end game. It's somewhat, I can see it somewhat during the trial, but in end game, not at all. He doesn't have any use, and I don't see any use for Wraith in the end game, because by the time you use your invisibility, they are either already have a door open, and then by the time you get there to uncloak, they're already out. So there's no point of his ability, and I think Noed is like the best thing for him at that point in time. So I do not hate on people who use Noed on Wraith, but I refuse to, so yeah. Alright, so in this clip I'm running Noed for endgame because I was gonna show you guys how he is in endgame, but I won the round, killed all four before they even got to it. But during the the actual trial, like not end game, but like the trial itself, Wraith's ability, like I'm using the FOV thing, so I look like I'm going faster, so that's why it looks like that. But in his cloak, he's actually not much faster. Like, at least I think they should do two things with this cloak. At least make him a little bit faster without add-ons, and then make it a little bit more cloaked. If I'm being honest, that should be like a little bit that should be enough in my opinion. Like, he should be at that point, I think he should be somewhat balanced. But there's killers out there that are like either overpowered for survivors to go against, or they're too underpowered and survivors can easily just either gen rush them or something. Like the Legion, I think he can at least get a crouching ability. If I'm being honest, he at least needs a crouching ability, because in his frenzy you can't, which I think is a good thing, but also I don't know, but you put everyone in deep wound, right? And then you um you put everyone in the deep wound, and then you go on to the next person, put them in a deep wound, and then the next person, and then the timer resets, right? But the deep wound doesn't really do anything, if I'm being honest. Like, of course, when the timer goes down, they gotta mend themselves or they will get knocked instantly. But the mend timer, it doesn't go start going down until, like, I don't know, like he's out of the range of you or something, like you're not being chased. I think that's the only time it goes down, but it isn't the most useful. But in his frenzy, he can sprint vol pallets, sprint vol any window or anything. But I think just to make him a little bit more, like, somewhat better, I think he should be able to crouch. And it wouldn't be so bad having another killer that can crouch. But I think the Legion, he should act as he was a survivor. And then there's killers that are overpowered or too easy to use, like In my opinion, I've went up against Pyramid Head like a million times, and I hate it every time. Because you can't 100% pallet loop him, or he'll use his, I don't even know what it's called, but he'll use his ability and then get you like that. And he could put you in a cage, which counts as a hook, and you can't use DS like decisive. You can't use that to counter it, which kind of sucks. And borrowed time doesn't count with it either. So it's, I don't know. I hate the cages. I hate it. I hate him. Alright, in this clip, I'm showing you guys because I'm not a bad killer. I don't want you to think that I'm just complaining about, like, Wraith being a bad killer and I'm just bad with him. No, it's not that. But I'm showing you in this clip that I killed all four, and I'm not bad killer. I'm not a bad killer at all. It's just Wraith doesn't have the most useful ability. I'm not saying it's bad, kind of. I guess I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's not useful as much. Because they could still see your cloak, and then it takes forever to get out of the cloak. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this clip so you guys don't think I'm just complaining about Wraith and everything. I want you guys to know that I'm actually a somewhat decent killer, and I can be good. But yeah, and then I got Adept Wraith this match, and that's what I was kind of going for. I wasn't, yeah, so again, his ability isn't useful at all, especially in endgame. Like, there's no use for his ability in endgame. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So yeah. So yeah, overall, Wraith is not the most useful killer. Like everybody else, they have an ability that can either, like, they have a teleport, speed, something to like the Doctor. He can completely ruin your vaulting, and his terror radius when you're at tier 3 messes you up. You don't know where he is. You're kind of oblivious. But when he shocks you, he can ruin your pallet dropping and your vaulting and cancel a lot of things. And then you start screaming in random directions when you're at tier 3. You scream and you give him notifications of where you are at. So Doctor is like, you give him notifications of where you're at. Sorry. And then everybody else, like, they have a speed ability or a one tap ability or a teleport ability or like a notification ability, but Wraith, he gets a little bit of a speed boost in his cloak, and none of the everybody's good without their add-ons except for Wraith. Wraith to me, there's like maybe Demogorgon, but I don't know. Maybe Demogorgon and maybe Legion, but Wraith, in my opinion, definitely needs at least a little bit of a buff. Maybe like more of a cloak and a little bit more speed, and then change up his add-ons a bit, or give him an add-on where, like, you know how Michael Myers has the Tombstone add-on, and he can like grab you with he can grab you in tier 3 when he's behind you and just more you. Well, maybe Wraith could have somewhat of the same thing, but instead he just puts you right on his shoulder. And the only reason I won some of those was because of Wraith's perks. Because Predator, the scratch marks are together, and Bloodhound, the blood pools are bigger, and they last longer. They're big. I think they're no, they're just brighter and last longer. And then um, his perk Shadowborn increases your FOV, so you could see more at once, and it looks like you're going fast, but it's just the FOV change. But yeah, he's not the most useful person when it comes to endgame, especially. Like, endgame is where everything goes down, basically. It's where survivors have a chance of getting out and shit like that. But he is definitely not good in endgame. I do not see his ability being useful in endgame whatsoever, but I think he could be changed a bit with and then change up his add-ons, because I don't want to put on add-ons just for somebody to be good. I don't want to have to search through from Bloodweb to Bloodweb just to get good add-ons for him to actually be good. But that's what I think with Wraith. I don't really, yeah, well, I think he needs a buff, but let me know what you guys think in the comments or whatever. But hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.